What's good with my Bird Gang members? This is your boy Kylie Eagle. You feel me? We didn't get no trade done. You know, Howie Roseman ended up deciding not to make any of the moves. It seemed that a lot of the other teams were, putting it up a high price. I mean, he did go ahead and investigate on a couple teams. It seems that, the Jets wanted a third for I.B. Anderson. You know what I'm saying? This man is a free agent after this season. Sounds awfully familiar. You know what I'm saying? We just made that mistake with Golden Tate. So you can't really expect just because someone's available for something like, oh yeah, just go get him. You got to really peep the whole situation because, I mean, even I wanted him, but seeing the whole situation, it makes sense that he wouldn't press that button after, we ripped him apart after, Golden Tate didn't get us the whole win, especially considering now they said that, D-Jax is coming back to practice. It makes sense we don't go ahead and get that Robbie Anderson deal done. Chris Harris, also is a free agent at the end of the season, and he plays in the slot where we got Avonte Maddox and Crevon LeBlanc coming back pretty soon. You know what I'm saying? So that slot position already, we have two pretty good slot corners, but we've had a lot of injuries. But they should be returning. So to give up a second-round pick for a rental for an aging quarterback when you have two young ones who've been playing well in that position just doesn't make as much sense. Darius Slay, they wanted a first-rounder. My man, that would have been worth it, but he's already getting like $10 million and he wants more money. So it didn't make as much sense to go ahead and do that in that type of situation. So Howie Roseman is showing he's learned from past mistakes and he doesn't press the deal just because there's a need there. We got to make sure that the whole situation benefits us for the long run. We were able to get Jannard Avery, I believe his name was. I talked about it a little bit yesterday, but man started like 5 of the 16 games. Got 4.5 sacks, about 14 QB hits, 39 tackles. We played a fourth rounder. I mean, in limited snaps, he was pretty successful. He's a second-year player, so he's very young. It's not going to cost bad against the cap. That's a move that makes a little bit more sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you can see how he's working and how he is working, and you can see that he's not trying to be stupid just because there's a need there. We are getting guys back. We just got back Jalen Mills and Ronald Darby. Granted, the team we played isn't hella raw, you know what I'm saying, at the receiver position or the quarterback. I mean, the quarterback is pretty good in the fourth quarter, they said, but, the defense came in and got it done. The offense looked a lot better in the last game, and it's easy to just say because we're running the ball, but it's a lot to do with the formation we ran the ball out of. We came out in a lot of double tight end sets, and it puts a lot of bigger guys in the position, and you can see how it's successful because, in the draft, they tried to talk to us like Dallas Goedert was only going to be, a receiving tight end. And it turns out he's actually an excellent blocker. So he's come in and he's blessing things open for us. And he's actually starting to win on those opportunities where he's passed the balls. He got a touchdown again. Well, I say again, I don't know how many touchdowns he got this season, but he went ahead and got another touchdown. And, if he can start winning on those opportunities, we can start getting some of that coverage off of Zach Ertz with D-Jax coming back. There is an opportunity for this offense to open up. And this will be the right time because we're sitting here halfway through the season. We're 4-4, but it is thick in the NFC if you want to get in. Like, the 6th ranked team in the NFC is 6-2. The Vikings are 6-2. You know what they did to us. You got to be very successful. We're going to creep into there. Our route really is our division because the Cowboys are up, but they're half a game ahead of us. They got the Giants next. On paper, you would think they could get that W. Saquon Barkley's finally back healthy. You don't know what's going to happen. But they probably beat, the Giants. We're going to have to try to catch up on them somewhere else. We have to take care of the Bears this week. The Bears, I thought they were going to be really good against the run. The game I noticed was against the Raiders. Granted, I'm a NorCal bias, so of course I noticed that. But it was bad. Like, Josh Jacobs ran all over these dudes that day, and I'm not as threatened defensively by this team. So I think it's another game that we got laid up that we can be successful and maybe get something done. We need to start stacking some of these wins up. We got this Bears and this bye, then we got the Patriots. And like I said, it's deep. The Niners over here 7-0 right now. And I didn't want to give them the credit early on. I was definitely hesitant. You know what I'm saying? I work at a job full of Niners fans. Someone pointed out recently how all these dudes was, boycotting the NFL just so recently, but now they dope again. They all watching, they all paying attention. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. You know, they deserve it. You know what I'm saying? In terms of feeling themselves, because they 7-0. At first, I was like, look, who y'all beat for real? I wasn't a firm believer of the Rams team they beat. It was before Jalen Ramsey got over there. They weren't really looking like that team for real, so I wasn't a believer off that. And then all the other teams was pretty much bunked. So them doing what they did to the Panthers really cemented my belief. Okay, these dudes is for real. They brought over Emmanuel Sanders, all the jaws. So they doing some stuff over there. Saints still 7-1, Packers 7-1. We being the ones that gave the Packers that L. So with the teams we've gotten to beat, our back has been against the wall, and we go to this double tight, we run this ball heavily, and we show what we could be. And given D-Jax is possibly coming back, we'll see how he does in practice this week. We have an opportunity to really open this up, and we play different type of ball when we're with the league. So we'll see how we can try to creep into this playoff race. We still got another game against the Cowboys, so it's not far-fetched at all to say we snatch this right back. And we'll see how we finish this run. Tell me what you think. Like, comment, subscribe. This is your boy, Cali Eagle, and I'm out.